Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got the car running yesterday from the injector failure. Today I'm just changing the oil, and I'm about to go ahead and change out this connector right here for the heater hose. So I went and got this because this part is broken. You can see right there I got a screw in it. So for anyone that might have to do this, if you gotta take this out, just stick a screwdriver in there, pull back on that metal pin right here. This metal pin, you can see you can get a flat hit in there. Just pull it back, and once you pull it all the way back out, you can see here you can just pull it out. There it is, simple as that. Then of course you just squeeze the two pins, take it out, put the new one in, and the new one you leave it in like this, because once you push it in, it'll just lock in, because these aren't that tight, so you'll be good there. And I'm also going to switch out the coolant bottle. This is a new one, but I just noticed that it's already kind of yellow. This came from it's a German one, came from overseas, but oh well, it's all good. It looks better than the old one, I guess. I might do a motor detail, but we'll see what kind of time my son has. Taking these hoses off, it's good to have one of these instead of trying to use pliers. I forgot I had this. So what this does is it goes on to the spring clip, and you just hold it like that, and it'll just hold it. This is your best friend right here. Let me show you how it works. Just put it onto that clip right there. Squeeze it. See how it holds it. Take that one out, old one. That's it. That's all she wrote. That's it. See how simple that is? And then, like I said, this one you don't need to, you can just put it on just like it is right now, because when you push it on, these clips are just going to move out and clip on. Once you get in, you probably hear it clip. So I feel I need to turn it a little bit. And this is the old piece I had. I just had a screw in there, so I'm gonna take that off, put that on first, and then I'll push it on. Go ahead, stop. I think there's a notch that this has to line up. Yeah, these two notches right here need to line up. So if you feel like if you're pushing it and it feels like it's not going in, these two notches might not be lined up with the flange right there. So just make sure they're lined up. There you go. Once you hear it clip, it's on there, and that's it. It's all just this one you might have to just use a plier, and sometimes it might not push off if you leave it in the install position. So sometimes you might have to slide this back and then just pull off, but you might have to twist it a little bit because sometimes they get stuck to the plastic. And then the same thing with the bottom. I use the tool to loosen that clamp, but sometimes these get stuck too, so sometimes you might just have to twist it and it'll come right out. And the new one just goes on. Just two. Sometimes it's hard getting over that, so you could use like spray sometimes, because sometimes these hoses get old and they actually swell up bigger than what they were before. So you use like a little WD-40 or some, put a little bit of oil over it or something. See? The bottom, I'll just use the tool. Squeeze it. Now I just need to put I put the new bottle in. It does look better than the old one, so looks good. You can see the coolant real well in it. So you just pour coolant in up to the level, then you just start the car. It'll let the coolant circulate and drive out any air. Go ahead, start it. Circulate and just get their coolant up to temp. Put the cap back on and then let it cool down a little bit. And just try to burst the air out of the system. Oh, one more thing I just want to give everybody a little update. After we replaced the ejectors and everything, the car ran fine at first. But after we drove for a while, it started acting up again. So we thought we had it fixed, but we didn't. It turned out that I don't know if you can see that sensor right there was bad. And I found that last because I kept getting a code for it. But I didn't know if it was because of something else, and someone told me about the fuel pressure sensor module that sits under the back seat. This one right here, and this is the original one. It looks like someone had replaced it before. So I looked online, and there's a updated one with a metal heat sink. Because I know after driving, this was hot. So I don't know if these just get hot and they malfunction or something, but what I did was, let me get the back seat up here. You see what I'm talking about. I got the updated one right here. That's it. So it's just, this one has a metal heat sink. So it doesn't, you know, overheat like the original one does. So I replaced that, and the car ran a lot better after that. So we test drove it again, thinking everything was fine. Car drove a lot longer. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Scanned it, and before I replaced that, I was getting a code for the high pressure fuel pump, mechanical, and for that. So after I replaced the module, those two codes, well, the other codes went away. So the only other code I was getting was for that sensor, the fuel rail sensor. So I looked up on ECS, and it turns out the original one is like, I think 38 bucks from ECS or something like that. And but the latest revision is this orange one, and that one just happened to be like $350 new, $350 new, just for that sensor right there. So I was like, man. So I was like, it's just my luck. So but anyway, I went and I happened to come across one at the junkyard. I got that from the junkyard, to be honest, off of a CC. So it was the same updated one. The old one was a, you know, like I said, a black sensor. So I looked up on that and that module at the junkyard. I got lucky. I think the module came out of a A3. So after I replaced those two, car ran perfect. No codes now, nothing. But originally, when I was trying to get to that sensor, I broke this line right here. This coolant line. It's plastic. So I took a trip back to the junkyard and I went back to that A3 and I got the line off of that. But the A3 is a metal version. So I guess you could say it's kind of an update. This is it. So when I was trying to get to that, I think I didn't realize this was hooked to it. When I was concentrating on trying to get my socket over that sensor, and I pushed down and it broke, man. So I was just like, man, I was like, you know, all I had to do was put the sensor in and I'm good. And then that broke and that was something else. And so I'm like, cool, got everything going. We're driving the car around yesterday for a good while. No codes, nothing. Got back home and we started seeing a little bit of smoke from under the hood. So I'm like, oh, that's probably just some residual, you know, when I had to take all these apart, coolant came out and got on the motor, of course. So I'm thinking that's all it is because it wasn't a lot of smoke. So anyway, you can see I got the pressure tester because when we got home and looked on the car, there was a steady stream coming from under the car. So I was like, oh my God, I hope it's not the water pump or nothing, because I heard about the problems with the water pump on this car. But when I had that manifold off, there wasn't any oil on it or anything, so I made sure to clean it again. So I just pressure tested it and there was water shooting up from under here. So what happened was this broke. And these always break on off each other. It's got that little neck coming off of it, kind of like that one I replaced back there. So I'm guessing this intake sits right over it and must have hit it or something. So I'm gonna have to get another one of these and I guess adjust this intake up more if I can to make sure it's not hitting it. Then I should be good. But that's it. I'm gonna get that part and get everything back together, and I'll probably do a little motor detail and then get back with you guys. I just went and got the replacement part from the junkyard. It's the only one they had. Thought it was different, but it's the exact same part, but the little screw method worked again on this, so it held. But I'm gonna replace that, and then I'm gonna wash the motor. I got another battery box because the rear of this one is broken. So we're gonna detail the motor after this. I'm about to start the cleaning. I just got some degreaser, just kind of spray it over everything, let it sit. And then for the, I had some of this left over and some of the spots like that because he had a leaking oil cap and I just got a new one. So you can see he has some oil leaks coming from that. So I just sprayed some of this on there and let it sit. And then I got some scrub brushes, soap and water to go over and scrub everything. So I'm gonna do that, put everything back together, put the conditioner on the plastics and let you guys see how everything looks. So I'm using the wire brush in here. I just use a brush to get stuff like this off. Kai putting in the new fog lights and got everything pretty much clean.
Where'd those screws go?
Right there on the ground. See y'all. And cleaning it like this just helps with if you get any leaks later, you know it's a new leak. You know, you won't get it confused with the old leak, especially after you've repaired something already. But this is the plastic restorer I use. So let's clean the valve cover, well, engine cover. and all the plastic. So I'm gonna put this on all the plastic and let you see how it looks. See here, I already started on part of it. As you can see right there. Watch. This is a real good one. Makes all the plastics look like new. And they don't sell this in the store anymore. So I ordered this online, I think on Amazon. But it works really good. It doesn't wash off or anything. It makes the plastics just look like they're new. Not too shiny, not too dull or anything. But you see how it makes part of the engine cover look. But you can see how that looks compared to that. I'm gonna do the rest of this and then get back with you guys. All right, you guys, got everything finished and detailed. Just put everything back together. You can see everything. I went over with that conditioner. Cleaned everything, all the little gunk that was around there and every place off. I used a pressure washer for all the stuff on the motor, transmission, and everything. And for this, to keep it from touching the part, I put a spacer under this where it connects to this, which raises this up a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to fix that. But car's running good. No issues, no problems, no engine lights now. Hopefully nothing else will pop up. And that's gonna be it for this video. I'm thinking next I'm probably gonna have him like detail and clean the inside of the car, start working on the outside of the car. We'll check all the fuses and everything, and I think we're gonna be doing a brake upgrade coming up, stuff like that. Probably do a downpipe, get ready for a tune and everything like that. But that's about it for this video. Give a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. You guys be safe out there. All right, have a good one. Are you ready, son? Go chase your dreams, man.